And ahoy gamers, and welcome back to this week's Path of Exile as we play through as a hardcore solo self-found Ruthless Guardian. In this episode we finally make our way to the Lunar Temple as we take on Piety. As we take on Piety we make our way towards the end of Act 3. We fight against Dominus. We absolutely wipe the floor of Dominus and we make our way to Act 4. So without further ado, let's jump on in. And we are back on our hardcore solo self-found. So playing through as a Guardian. At the moment, we've made our way through Act 3. Hopefully today we can finish Act 3. We've done our spec, or ascendancy, here in the Aspirants Plaza to get the Guardian's ascendancy. So ideally today we can just push all the way through this act. We need to go to this Lunaeos temple. We need to then go up to this tower and hopefully take on... We don't take on Piety up there, do we? We take on another boss. I can't remember what the other boss is called. You can see here we've got our main skill, a number of skills here. We've got Holy Flame Totem is still our main damager at the moment. And then we've got a couple other skills like my middle mouse button, which is the Armageddon brand, which just drops. Constantly drops meteors from the sky, which is really useful. My right click skill is Scorching Ray. Got Q is Quick Step, and E is a flammability. So if I'm fighting against a boss and I need them to essentially die quicker, I can put flammability on them, and they'll just take a slightly more damage. And there you go. And then this person will burn down, really nice and easy. And then R is a Summon Sentinel of Radiance, which is pretty useful. Ideally, I'd like to keep them up at all times. I completely forgot I had that when I first loaded into this. I've not played this for a number of weeks now. I believe the Sentinel of Radiance is actually one of my main skills from my understanding. He does only last for 20 seconds apparently. And here we go, take on General again. And let's summon everything we've got. There you go, my Sentinel took a while to spawn. Yeah, we've already taken this guy on before, so I know he's not that difficult. And he's I'd say very quickly melting. He is melting. And down he goes. Awesome. We did it again to make sure we got some more experience, because we want to level up as much as possible. Because at the moment we are level 36, so this level is for level 29s. I'm not too worried, but it's going to be, once again, the bosses which are going to take us out. I did, between the two episodes, I did level up one of my items. I leveled up this arena plate, 3 red sockets on it, loads of armor on it, and it's giving me loads of resistances as well. So at the moment our resistances are looking very good. So we capped fire, we've capped lightning. Chaos is a bit low, but we need to now work on capping cold resistance, so we can find any items that have cold resistance, and that will make life a lot easier. Yes, I don't know how long today's episode is going to be. We're just going to get through Act 3 today. And then hopefully we'll do most of Act 4 tomorrow for the next week, because this video comes out normally on Thursdays. So hopefully we can get most of Act 4 done next week. Then hopefully we can get like half of the act done per week. It's going to be a bit slow, this series, but I do want to go slow. I don't want to rush anything on this character if I can help it.
I must have time to gather my will.
Just because if I rush anything, I'm probably going to die. Hence, I really want to make this hardcore solo self-found Ruthless character survive. And I think we've got a good chance. I do. I really do. So this place shouldn't be too difficult. Thinking about, we have cleared it a few times on other characters. We've never really had much problems here. And enemies aren't too dangerous. As long as I can keep my minions up, keep an eye on my health. We have got a huge amount of health regeneration. As long as I'm within my sanctuary for my totem, our health regeneration at the moment is 243 a second. Noting when I'm out of my sanctuary, it goes down to 140. So that is 1/6 of my health every second. Unless something one-shots me, I think we should be okay for HP. We'll probably drop back in when we get to the boss of this area. I think it's Piety. I think it's Piety Fighters. I can't remember off the top of my head. But there's a unique over here. The only problem with having the Armageddon brand, I don't know whether it's my red circles landing on the ground or the enemies. So I might end up standing in a bit of damage. But at least, so on Tuesday I had issues uploading my Path of Exile 2 playthrough because I was lagging a lot. Looks like you see up there my network isn't as bad anymore. I'm getting the odd spike here or there, but it's not as bad as it was when I was playing Path of Exile 2 over the weekend. So we might be able to continue our Path of Exile 2 playthrough now, and we might even be able to stream a little bit over the weekend, but that's wishful thinking. Here we go. This should be the party fight. Yep, so we did level up. We put a skill point into Constitution, increases our max life, which is a huge boon. Gave us an extra 120 life, give or take.
Your conviction drives you, heretic. But have you thought what it might drive others to do in return? Your devotion!
Come on, party, stop talking. You're not going to be too difficult. I hope. I don't know where she's gone. Where'd she go? Oh, she's over here. Okay. Yeah, I just want to drop everything on her. And wherever she just keeps running off to. Make sure I put my marks on her. Weaken her so she's susceptible to more fire damage. And she's still over here. Fine.
Nightmare will...
And we can now just hold down right click, Scorching Beam her. Or Scorching Ray. The only problem once again that I tend to find is Scorching Ray's hitbox tends to be a bit off. Let's see if I can take her out here. Okay, she's run away again. But she's almost down. Once again, this is if there's anywhere we're going to die, it's going to be on bosses like this. Right, where did she go? Okay, probably where the arrows are coming from. It's going to be where I would say she is. And let's see. Summon my Radiant guy. I don't actually know how good he is because he doesn't seem to really do very much, but I'm sure he's great. And party, down you go. There you go. Give me the tower key.
Damn you!
That tower key allows me to go up to the main tower within the...
Rest while you can, mistress of suffering.
Yes, stop talking, Guardian.
Judgment will not go easy on you.
So go talk to Grigor. I don't think there's any new quests. We can now go up this tower here. Let's talk to Hagen.
To meet the maker.
Okay, we've got nothing for us.
You have claim. Goodbye.
Thank you. And then double check what Clarissa has for us.
Wherever he...
Nothing.
Be careful.
Grigor.
Piety.
What reward? Okay, book a skill.
Now you must leave.
Thank you very much. I'll definitely take a book of skill. Right, travel to the Imperial Gardens. I don't actually have the waypoint for the Imperial Gardens. I can't remember if I wanted that. Armor, max life, regen. Yeah, I think I want that. More regen, the better. And then we'll deal with damage later on. But so we don't have the waypoint for the tower. So we are probably going to start in the Ebony Barracks. We have been here. Yeah, we've already been here. The gardens are normally on this right hand side, so as soon as you spawn, just come to the right hand side and you should find it. Should be along here somewhere. We're going to grab this extra resources, yes please. And we'll probably jump back in when we get to the tower, because I don't think, realistically, we're going to have very many issues with anything that's not a boss mob. And there's the gardens there anyway, so... Oh, that would be good to have. I'm looking for a weapon that I can put one of my skills in. So there is a skill I picked up. I think, I can't remember what it's called. But it drains your HP at such a quick rate. It does loads of damage, but it drains your HP. And we don't really want that until I have enough health regeneration that it negates the health it takes off you. I don't know how much health. It doesn't say, at least from when I read the skill, it didn't tell me how much health it takes off per second. Or if it did, I've actually forgotten about how much it took off. But at the moment, even if that extra health we've got now, let's go open this. So yeah, so we've got 260, we've got an extra 20 health regen per second, which is great. And the more skill points we get, we're going to grab this one, which is more health regeneration. This one, which is even more health regeneration. I think there's one on here, which, I think it's you take reduced damage from critical strikes. I think that's what we want, which would be really good. Or +1 to all maximum elemental resistances if equipped. If we have armor in our body, helmet, our gloves, which is quite useful. Here we are. The Scepter of God. So we're going to fight our way up here. I can't remember how many floors there are. We're going to see what the first few mobs are like. If the mobs are too difficult, well, never mind. We're going to give it a go anyway. I don't think we're going to turn back. We're not going to go farm anywhere just yet. Maybe when you get to end game before we go into New Game Plus, or the second part of the game, not New Game Plus, we might farm. But as it stands at the moment, I think we're strong enough. Sarah's level 32. We are level 37, so 5 levels above. That's more than enough. Wouldn't mind leveling up before fighting the boss. However, I'm not going to lose any sleep if I don't get that extra level. This is all pretty tame. Yeah, this is tame. We'll just see you when we'll see how tough this event is. This is too tough. No, we'll show you this, and then we'll jump back in when we get to the boss on the top floor. Yeah, because this is pretty easy, and then all the mobs are on the other side of this door, so we can actually probably, yeah, there we go. Absolutely destroy them as soon as the door opens. Easy. There's probably a few more mobs through here. Yeah, there are a couple. One here. There we go. Right, we'll see you when you get to the top. Here we are. The Scepter of God. Let's take on this boss. Hopefully he's not too dangerous.
Tested you, my
So it's Dominus, this boss now.
Now let's see what God
It's fine.
has to say.
I'm sure that we'll be able to take on some of his ads are going to be absolutely fine. He has a few elite ads that do spawn on us here. So I'm just going to stand in the middle here and just tank it. As you can see, we are definitely able to tank it this time round. Very different from our last Ruthless run, where we definitely struggled when we played through as a ranger. It's a completely different class, I guess. I had to do a lot of kiting and running around.
Submit,
There we go.
heretic!
So now time for the boss, wherever the boss spawns. But that's not the boss. Where do you spawn? Oh, okay, he's still got his ads left. And boss ads down. Okay, he's still got more ads left. Down, one down you go. Awesome, that's that ads down. Oh, he's still got, still has more ads. So he's got these elites that keep spawning. We have to make sure we take them out.
Have you ever
Now
seen the
he's going
true
to appear.
face of God, Exile?
Oh, he spawns over here.
From the light of divinity.
Ouch, that did a fair bit of damage. Once again, as long as we sit within our consecration, we should be fine. Yeah, it does half my health, so that does 600 damage in that one hit.
Nightmare,
Let's try and keep out of that. I don't want to be too far away from him, but also don't want to be right on top of him. Just because of that lightning slam. Yeah, it's phase 1 over.
This world is an illusion, Exile.
And one very hungry puppy. He is quite a cute little puppy. There we go, Dominus Ascendant. We are also Ascendants. I drop everything on him that I can. Okay, there we go. We want to keep as close to him as possible because he has his poisonous rain here, which does a lot of damage. But now, yeah, he's taking a load of damage now. He should be done any second now. And bonk, down he goes.
By exiling me, you were my genesis, Dominus. And now here I stand, countless miles and murders later, honored to be your...
You have mounted the...
Okay, thank you. Now, there we go. Into the aqueducts. We're going to run for the aqueduct. We did level up, so we got this one here. Armor and life regeneration. Next one will be on combat stamina, which is going to be another big boon to us. Trying to remember where I want to head off next. I think it's over here I want to head off to. Because I want to grab more elemental resistances, which is really useful. Max life. I think I want this one as well. More health regeneration. I think that's where we want to go. But before we go though, we need to obviously get to the next town. So we end this episode as we get to the next town. So
May
we're now
these
at Act
waters
4.
wash away my sins and baptize me anew.
Okay, so now we just need to get to get to the town itself, and then we'll be done for this week. The next week, hopefully, we can finish because Act 4 isn't really that long. Now I think of it, there's a few like kind of side paths you can go down, but realistically, you can probably speed through Act 4. I had to be careful with those because they do enrage. Obviously, they doubled in size and they hit me like a truck, so I've got to be careful. I need to remember that there are mechanics in the game. I can't just tank everything. I definitely can tank a lot of damage, but I can't tank everything. Okay, there's a rare mob over here. See if I can get nice and close. I keep playing this like I'm trying to play Path of Exile 2. I keep pressing spacebar to dodge, which obviously isn't a thing in this one. I might be able to rebind my quick step to spacebar. So this one here is to spacebar, so I can press space to dodge. But I do prefer the WASD movement in Path of Exile 2. Right, so this hasn't been too bad either. So what level is this area? So we're level 37, so we're still 5 levels above, which is good. If I was going to farm any area, it'll be the next region we go to. So there's this area just down here. So as soon as we get to the town, we can come down here to the dried riverbed or the seabed. Really good place to farm. Probably one of the better places to farm up until Act 4, because there's a unique boss in the map. There's normally a lot of the what's the word for it? The amount of mobs is quite dense. The density of mobs, that's what I'm trying to look for. And there's a few of these random events that give you resources for your settlement. So we've not touched our settlement this time round. If we can get through to end game, we will play around with the settlement. But as it stands at the moment, don't really need to, because we're surviving quite nicely. But once again, it's only if we start to struggle.
Have time to gather my will.
It's just starting to struggle while playing. I know there's an item back there, but I'm just going to leave it. The only problem with playing as a Ruthless, and when you start struggling, that's probably an indicator you're probably going to die. And being a hardcore, of course, I've only got 1 life. But as long as I can push through here. I've walked onto each of these boats because there is like a unique that can spawn on the boats. It's one of these birds that can spawn on them, just for extra experience. It doesn't look like it's spawning this time around, or it could be this boat here, to be honest. Like, these are all enraging, so try and avoid these. Perfect. Take on this magic mob. I think this is the one I was talking about. There we go. There's the rare. Just drop everything you can. As long as I step away from him when he jumps up in the sky, we should be okay. Perfect. Actually, try and speed run, get there as quick as we can. Because now there should be just normal mobs covering our route towards the town. He says, as he once again takes a fair bit of damage from mobs that are enraged. Perfect. Yeah, I can definitely drop down my totems and just keep going. We're definitely a lot stronger than our ranger we made a couple months ago when we did some Ruthless. When I streamed it, definitely a lot stronger. I think I'm actually following a build now, which makes a big difference. But now we've made our way to the mine encampment. So we're just going to grab all these quests here.
We opened the gate. Go where
to
you are
see
needed.
what we need to do next.
Be careful.
From what I remember, we just need to head down and grab the banner from this dried riverbed or seabed. Once we grab the banner, then we can continue through this act.
This is neither the time nor the place.
Let's talk to this lady.
Don't die.
Whether it is our hopes are with you.
Okay, perfect. We've talked to Dasuni, and we'll end the episode. While we talk to him, anything good?
Your life will go on.
Happy. So we are skipping all of the conversations because we have done a full playthrough as a necromancer on hardcore. Solo self-found, so I'm not too worried about the story on this character. But we'll end this one here. Next episode, which will be out next week, will be us finishing Act 4, or hopefully finishing Act 4. It's relatively easy, this act, well, in theory. So you've made it this far, thank you much for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day, as per usual. We have a few links down in the description down below. We've got 2 links to 2 YouTube channels. One to Mrs Rothmers YouTube channel, where she does fantasy lore stuff on The Witcher, Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, that type of stuff. There's another link to our joint YouTube channel where we are doing a channel on Warhammer figures, so the tabletop. So at the moment we're collecting Age of Sigmar and the Lord of the Rings strategy game, which is pretty cool. And then normally, as per usual, there is a link to our Discord down in the description as well if you want to join the community. It's small, slowly growing. Hope to see you there. So have a wonderful day everyone, and as per usual, peace out.